Hi, and welcome in. I'm still playing TCG Card Shop Simulator. I haven't gotten all the upgrades yet, but I'm getting there for sure. But I'm on day 422 now, so I'm kind of getting there slowly. So we'll get there. If I can maybe untangle my controller from the side, and welcome in. Yeah, true there. I do only get to it like one day a week, but and I'm still on Dragon Quest Monsters as well. But I'll get there. And I should be playing some more Power Wash Simulator too tomorrow. But I'm surprisingly close to getting some of the upgrades because I sacrificed a good chunk of my like upper levels on my collection. Even though I only had one copy, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep opening cards. I'm going to get them back in time. The upgrades were a little more important at the time. Hopefully I don't break my game. Because, like, it's been having a few, like, last time I streamed this, it was catching a little on me. Because I keep saying, I'm going to get all the upgrades or I'm going to break the game. And we'll see which happens first. But I finally decorated. I do have some decorations going. I've got that going for me. Yeah, it's doing the thing with my controller again, where it's, it keeps jumping and disconnecting my controller as I'm playing. So I have to, like, basically plug my controller back in. Because it kind of, like, I hope this isn't gonna make me go keyboard only today. Because this is the only game that's been doing this to me. Yeah, it was only in, like, a recent update that it started giving me trouble. But, like, it starts catching and then my controller, disconnects. But, like, when it's the sound catching, like, that's the controller starting to... Yeah. The controller's giving me trouble. Yeah, disconnected my controller again. Because, like, I don't know if that's actually, like, an update problem or, like, what it is, but, like, ever since one of the last updates, my controller is not staying connected to it when I'm using mouse because the look sensitivity's like that, but... Yeah, no, I disconnected my controller again. And this one I keep plugged in just to make sure it stays connected. But yeah, no other game's been doing this to me lately. Watch. It's gonna be not even I may have to actually use the keyboard, which may mean this might have to be a shorter stream because, I have hand issues. Yeah, no. It said no controller today. Oh, lovely. At least I've got, you know... Oh god. No, we do not need me using, number pad. Well, looks like we're stuck with keyboard and mouse versus my controller today. But it's so weird. It's only been like a recent update that is just like shortly into it. Like it'll start glitching my stuff out and then just disconnect my controller midway through. But the only reason why I know it's this game doing it is because like all the other ones aren't. And you know, what gets me, though, about this game is when I had the controller, it's like, oh yeah, all the buttons. I don't have to memorize the buttons because it just tells me, you know, what's what. It's not doing that so much with the, or as quickly and as easily with the, keys, too. Because it's like, oh, move, collect, whatever. But, I don't know any of the controls. Because I play controller for a reason. 302, 92. See, I don't know if I'm gonna be needing to fight my controller because like I don't know the menu on any of it with keyboard and mouse. 337, 154, 994. At least it's giving me good cards. At least it's giving me good enough cards. Just pressing all the buttons trying to figure out. Okay, tab. At least tab is phone. Here I am trying to relearn how to play my game because the controller's not working for me with the game now. Ah, this should be fun. Oh, now I'm gonna have to do the scanner and all of that. Oh, lovely. This should be fun. I guess we're just going challenge mode, making me have to use the keyboard. Yeah, that's gonna be hard on my hands. Of course they do this to me. Okay, okay, at least control is generally crouch for most things, if I've got to press the button on it. Oh, this is gonna be so clunky playing it for me. There's a reason I normally use the keyboard. Or not the keyboard, but the controller. I'm getting my words mixed up. This is throwing me into hard mode on this immediately. You know, at least I have enough of that I can go ahead and... I'm working on things here. Well, everyone's buttons to be in the way. Okay. We'll get this. We'll figure it out. I just hate that, like, my controller keeps disconnecting, like, with this game specifically, when I'm trying to use the controller and the mouse. But it's like, it's not wanting to let me use both, but, like, the look sensitivity is just atrocious on the controller, so that's why I use the mouse with it. Because I need to be able to look where I need to look, but like, my hand, like, I may actually have to go get my, gloves and stuff, because, yeah, I have really bad hand issues. It's mostly, literally, all my bones dislocate. Ah! Sometimes it hurts when it pops back in, when it pops in quick like that, but... yeah, like, all my bones dislocate really easily, so I have to kind of be really careful what I do sometimes. And my disability is also why I stream, so... it helps, you know, cover little things I need it to here and there. I wish I could figure out why the controller's not cooperating on it. Oh, those are gone. No, that's just... oh, I can't, like, remove it. That well, I still have this on. I'll just come back to it later. Well, there's a box. I was not expecting a box. Yeah. And with me, I mostly need the joystick and everything like that, because like having my hands flat, pressing the buttons back and forth, kind of really, I kind of struggle with that. Like games that require me to use like a D-pad or something like that, God, it takes so much out of me. But there's like some games where it's like, you're almost better off using the D-pad, like Hollow Knight. Like, I struggled through with the D-pad because the joystick was just a little too wobbly on some things when I need to make, like, pinpoint movements and stuff. Yeah. I'll manage. I usually do, at least. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, like, those are very much controller games for me, too. Let's see, at least that's easy enough to just do that there. Like, there's a couple games I've had to, like, resort to, like, keyboard mouse, but it really just depends on the game. With this one being a little more fast-paced sometimes with the restocking, I usually just prefer the controller because there's a lot of running around in circles involved. But I will say it is a little bit easier since one of my friends did get me like one of the little like keyboard mats. It is a little bit easier than it used to be, but there is still a good chance that I may have to like go grab my compression gloves at some point from the strain on my hand. Let's see. Quick Destiny refill there. I love these storage shelves. They are one of my favorite things. Especially because this side, like, I've got it set entirely for, you know, selling singles. But that quick fill button is a godsend for sure. Okay. What do we have on grading? 1 day, 6 days. For 2 of them, 11 days. Okay. And renovations. My next expansion for the main one is 20,000. Next one for this is 16,000. So I think maybe... Yeah, we've only got like 1 comic left to get, and that one's 16. Figurines. That one's 15, 15, 15, 20. So not too bad. We've got like 5 main items, plus like some easy ones that are like, you know, the larger boxes of some of the other ones that I already have, as far as getting all the licenses. So I'm getting there, slowly. I'm definitely getting there. It would be cool to get all of the decorations, but I don't know if I'm gonna go that far on this game. Would be cool to have like one of everything, as far as like the decorations, like all the little cosmetics and stuff, but that may just be me using the game as like an excuse to keep playing. Not enough cards for that. Do I have enough for the base? Not enough cards there. Okay. I'll worry about that in a bit. Well, he wants to go ahead and like toss some of those in there. I'll leave him to it. That's not a great price. I'm not even going to try. That is tempting. I don't have one of those, but that's probably a bit much, but slow ball it. Okay. I'll take it. Hi, Sam. Nice to see you. I'm cursed to play with keyboard and mouse today because my controller keeps disconnecting. So I'm playing this on hard mode. Let's trade that up for another thing. But yeah, no, I'm playing this on hard mode. And my hand already hates me for it. And I'm not even like so many minutes in. But at least I figured out tab is the button I need for the phone, so I've got that going for me. You know, there's 2 extra on that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Another one of those already sold. I mean, there's probably some outside somewhere, but we'll be fine. If I overload it, it won't break anything too bad, I don't think. There's still a couple packages that... You know I keep saying this. Who am I kidding? Come on, let's go get my boxes. Because there's still some boxes outside. There's a box. Okay, that was just... You know, I feel better. I wasn't gonna overload everything. Just... these. Why is it always... let's see. I knew he was gonna drop that. There we go. Let's finish that off. And go grab some more card shop stuffs. At least I feel better about scanning things now. Because I'm always like worried I'm gonna like overstock everything if I'm not careful, because the scanner system does not pick up open boxes unless you put them on a shelf. Oh, there's that extra one. It'll be fine for the moment. They'll be fine. They'll survive. Oh no, extra cards. Whatever will I do? Extra one of those just to fill gaps. Yeah, sure, why not? Especially because I have a decent amount. Okay. What else do I have? Oh, they're still playing. That's fine. Sold another one of those. So I can go on the shelf. They're worth a good bit. There's absolutely none needed there. This is just filler. Works as good filler though. Okay. So everybody's gone. Guess that works. 172. So we're getting more people in. So that's kind of cool. I guess as I'm expanding, it does let more people actually show up. So that's kind of nice. That it's still letting even more people come in. And I'm still managing less than 10 people, you know, dissatisfied with things. Because someone's always going to be upset about something somewhere. I swear. You'll never make everyone happy. But as long as you make a good chunk of people happy, especially the people important to you, that's all that matters, I guess. There I go being philosophical. Should be fun. Guess with this, can go ahead, click that pay all button. We're good to go for the day. I wasn't trying to... Cards, mine. Okay, I can deal with that. Let's see. Graded cards. And then let's take that, put that away. And find somewhere for this to exist. Right on the edge there. Well, at least it's something. These aren't too much, but that's okay. At least that'll be a good couple hundred. Oh, I did not mean to tell that one to start, but here we go. Okay, 177. Okay, good enough for me. You know, I'm just gonna put these 28 in there and go ahead and click it. Oh, okay, maybe less, just click it. Can put a couple more in. There we go. Okay, not enough cards to make one. We do have enough cards to make one of these. At least. Can I get a second one? Enough? Okay, that's fine. That. Can go from there and go there. Okay. What else am I getting into? I really like my little spot. It's really cute. What's this guy want? No. That 1 penny. That one looks terrible. Box. Honestly, just gonna like drop this in the corner over here. I can fit and sit. Okay, so they got all that. All the rest of these have sold. So let's get into this. And the one for the back. that'd be fine. Well, it could use the extra. You're already down again. I really should pick up that box. Yeah, I do have to wait for 48 on those. That works. There's only 2 of those left. That's close to needing more. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Grabbing those. And still more are selling. Let's see, 983. 318, that'll be nice. Go ahead and getting these started. I'm gonna sit outside right here and get to looking at what I need to grab. Okay, so let's hit sort. Do I have any ghosts? I have duplicates of. Okay. Destiny. Do I have any duplicates I can mess with here? Oh, there's one. Okay. Tetramon stuff. I'm gonna have to open more cards. I want to keep rolling with some of these. Definitely gonna need to open a lot more cards soon. There we go. There's a little card for that. And another little card for that. Clearing out my duplicates real quick. But I'm getting close to all the cards. So that's kind of nice. Well, at least I've got enough to go with. Okay. $3.49. 676, 145. 359. 1,074. I'll take it. Love when I get nice cards. And I've still got a handful of the graded ones on the table. Not enough cards to make a bundle. Got a bundle out of that. Kind of like this because I can always get, like, you know, a couple extra. Okay. Well, I can always put this on the table. If I don't get tangled up in everybody. I think one reason why I crouch going through all the shelves is it feels so weird being super tall in the game. Cause I am really short IRL, so like seeing over people's heads, it's so weird for me. It's kind of funny. Tempting. Will they take $3.50 for it? They took $3.50 for it, and that one I can put up for sale too. I'll take it. 79, 73, 319. Not bad. Just gonna go ahead and click that starting out. Let it do its thing. I've got to say no. I've got to say no to that one. That was tempting. It was so tempting to just, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just go put that out, you know, get a quick 10,000. It's like, am I lowballing some of these enough? Guess I overordered one of them. No, I didn't. Which one are you? I did overorder one of them. That's so weird. Normally I'm good about these. I'm like $3 away from... Okay, there we go. Now we can click into, and it's the last comic, I think that was 16, right here. So we've cleared the accessories. We have the licenses for everything in the accessories. I will just have to buy it like the next day, basically. But hey, you got it. So we've got all the comics unlocked, so that'll be really nice. We ran out of that for the quick fill. So you can always flip back to the Destiny ones, see what else we can get from there. Some of the Destiny ones I've got like 100. That's interesting. Definitely gonna have to open some more cards, it seems. Get some more gaming over there. I think I should go ahead and scan in some of the stuff that I know I'm gonna need more of, with a focus on getting to that one thing a lot better. Oh, a second one finally sold, so I can get another case of those. Those are good for a case. There we go with that one. I'll probably clean up the boxes later. Kind of leaving the store a mess, but still. Need another case of those before too long. So close to needing another one. 3 away there. At least that should be the main stuff that I need. A lot of these have extra in the back. Okay. There we go. At least I got enough to play with some fun stuff. Okay, someone got stuck. Hold up. Let me grab the cards first, then I'll get this guy out. Okay, or chick out. Okay. Bet you there's enough room in one of those I could sort those back down to the way they need to be. Let's see if I can put a few extra cards in there. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab this. I probably should have grabbed 2 of them, but wasn't thinking of that. But still. Final one of the comics. Kinda neat. And in it goes. go. Crouch down. Set it to market price. I make $25 each time I sell one of those. So at least I've got that going for me. So I've got almost all the items. So they can't be mad that, you know, I'm missing their favorite thing on a lot of it. So I'm soon going to have all the things. Let's see. Well, they take 200 for it. Oh, pissed them off. That's okay. Nope, don't need it. Okay, so what was the checkout total? I do actually need to go scan that extra one a couple times for the comic thing. Okay, just one extra. That's fine. Definitely not sticking with that one. I really do need to order more of those. But I also still need to pay my bills. Let's see. At least I can get that. Hi, Cyber! Nice to see you! Got a little bit left to go to pay, like the rent on that, before I do anything else. It's always a good reminder. Especially needed to sit back for a second, because that's one downside also, is like I'm having to lean up forward more. Yeah, I've been dealing with an issue with the game where my controller keeps disconnecting and it keeps glitching out the game. So I'm having to play keyboard only right now. But it was happening my last stream of this too. Yeah, so like my hands are already crunchy on me. But I'm trying. I'm still having fun with it. But like I'm really debating, do I need to go get my compression gloves before like I mess up my hands some more with it if I play for hours? But I'll figure that out later. At least like my next stream tomorrow will just be me playing Power Wash Sim with Mask, and that's a game that I can like lay on the couch playing if it ends up, you know, pushing things a little far for me. But it's always finicky. It's always finicky with some of my stuff, for sure. But it just dawned on me, this next trip, that means I'm gonna have another Polaroid to put up on my wall, because I get a picture with like all of my friends. Mine is cable attached. So, but the thing is, it's still disconnecting, even though I have it plugged in. That's what's going on, is it's glitching out and disconnecting the controller while it's plugged in. Like, I would understand if it was just wireless, but no, mine's wired in to stop that from happening, and it happened anyway. So I'm just like, yep, I'm not dealing with, like, you know, live, like, fixing that. So I'm just gonna do the keyboard today. Yeah, it was doing it to me last time, too. But only with this game. It's been connected with every other game just fine. But it's only been this game when I've been using the mouse to look around and the controller, it would glitch out on me. And go, yeah, you can't do both. It's like, but I always do both. Because sometimes, like, it's so much easier having a mouse to be able to look around. Because, like, because of the specific issues I have, like, with my hand and stuff. Like, sometimes, like, it strains my thumb too much. to use the joystick on that hand, so it's easier to just, you know, move my whole wrist and have a sore wrist with the mouse. But the flat keys, my hands don't always cooperate because it's the fingers, and like it straightens those out, like especially at like the knuckle for me. Because like that's the thing, is like using the keyboard, you know, you got to use your fingers, but I need to be able to use my thumb, because my thumb is the one part that doesn't give me as much trouble on the left side, even though it dislocates so much easier. But the right side, I have more issues with the thumb than the rest of the hand, so it's kind of funny. But the reason why I have issues with the thumb is all the button mashing from the controller years ago. So it's like, I kind of played myself on that one. I kind of played myself, but, you know, I just do the best I can with it. I literally fall apart, so like, I'm just doing what I can. Okay, at least I got the stuff that I needed to get. Because some of these, they were selling out. These guys have been selling good. It's like, they don't want to buy the last one, so it's like, okay, well, let me get the other ones back up on here. Because I swear they don't like buying the last one when it's there. If I have a handful of them, usually it'll go. Okay, at least they're all doing their thing. Yeah, this will all be fine. They can take care of it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to my vacation. It's gonna be really nice. Even though technically it's like a staycation more than anything, but I'm gonna be dragging my best friend up and, you know, enjoying hanging out in the city. Because like there's a lot of really cool places like really nearby me, you know, that are like less than a 2-hour drive to get there. And in theory, if everything works out, I'm actually going to be meeting 2 of my internet friends, like, on the Friday of, like, the trip and everything. We're going to be going to one of my favorite restaurants, and there's a chance one of them will be hanging out longer during the day because I want to show them my favorite tea shop in the city. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, it'll be a great like hanging out thing, and I want to make s'mores so bad. Like I just want to get everyone together, and I have, which funny story, today I actually have really, really good news, because today we're actually getting to pick up our patio set. Because I mean, I didn't contribute much, but I did contribute a little bit helping out, so I'm kind of proud that I was able to help a little bit on paying for some things. But there was this patio set that me and my partner really wanted that was actually fairly cheap. Like I found it on sale pretty well in the color we like, or well, he likes. He's spending the most money, he gets to pick the color, but it's a nice color. I do like the color. But it matches the fire pit table exactly. And it also has its own spare table that's the same style. So like I have a table and like a side table with the whole patio set, and it all matches, and it's nice, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to have that and we're eventually going to like do like the whole like slab thing like on the hill, so we can have like a level spot. And you know, we've got the grill going because he used his bonus this year to get the grill and a few other little things. And it's just been a great time, honestly. I've been enjoying it. Like, a lot of it was a long time coming because he's put in a ton of hard work and really, like, he could use the time off and everything. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Plus, get to enjoy the new patio set with friends. Like, honestly, who could want better than that? Like, there's a lot of other online friends I'd love to meet, but like, there's kind of an ocean in between, and flying is complicated. But at least I get to meet, you know, some more of my online friends, and we all get to hang out, have a good time, yap about what we're getting up to next, gaming, streaming, just kind of having a whole little thing. Yapping about life probably a little bit too, just because that's just the way life goes. But it's gonna be a good time. But I can't wait to see that furniture set, honestly. I feel my age completely because I'm getting excited over furniture. But it's not often that I really get to go like above and beyond on some stuff, and honestly having like a little place that I can relax like after things, working hard on stuff, just it'll be a great time. I've been needing to pace myself a lot more on some of what I'm doing, but I'll get there. It would be fun. I've known you for fucking forever, it feels like. But that would be cool to actually see you like IRL someday. But that's mostly because I've known you for like fucking ever, I think. Like, I honestly can't even remember how long ago I met you. But I know it's been a minute. Yeah, I knew it was like a good chunk like that. I knew it was definitely decade worthy, basically, at this point. Let's see. Should probably hit that checkout button. At least I didn't go over this time and have to wait on it. And this guy's helping fill some stuff up. I'm surprised he hasn't like dropped it, because a lot of times he'll just like drop it when it hits 9. At least I'm getting the hang of like trying to get my hand to like not cramp up on me. As far as the actually using the little number pad thing. Is anyone still going? They're still going in the game. There we go. Let's see. Had a yeah. God, it's been forever that I've known you. Like, I'm okay with this, but like, I was like, yeah, no, it's been a hot minute. I would have still been in high school back then. It's definitely been a minute. Okay, there we go. they're all done with all that. And see, those things sold out more again. Oh, wait, we haven't got them loaded in. That explains it. I was about to say, they sold out again. No, it's just lots of boxes. They weren't covering it this late. That's fine. I covered that at least. There we go. 163 came in. At least only 9 were dissatisfied. Yeah. Yeah, I was still in high school till like 2013 or something. Let's just drop this box. Okay, these are bothering me. Let's just drop this box. Pull stuff out of here, put it in there, pull it out of here, shove it in the other box. Oh, not pick up the box. Oh, keep picking up the box. There we go. Empty box, go away. This box can go back on the shelf, and I can stop worrying about that box in particular. Okay. Oh, at least I have a tiny extra fox right here. I mean, it's decent enough. Well, they take 25 for it, though. That works. More of those are gone again. It's always these guys. Grab that scanner. At least that was one of them. I will wait on the scanner. They got a few more boxes they can mess with. Okay, so I guess I left a box for me. That works. Let's see, let's pay the bills. There we go. Got more cards rolling. Okay, now I can play with the scanner again. I keep clicking it, but then doing nothing with it, but... There we go. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Is it back in stock really well? 34 isn't enough to not have leftovers. There we go. Honestly, I just want to keep grabbing a couple extra of those, even though I know I have extra. No, I don't have enough to grab it just yet, but I will have enough to grab it soon. Let's see. There we go. $1.99 and a new card. Okay, cool. Let's see. These 20. Put the rest of those in. Okay, tab scanner, check out. Okay. Let's see. It's something. Got a few stacks of things. I love the variety of people now. Like, they keep getting better on the variety of people that come in. 'Cause I remember when this first got started, like, there was only like a small handful. I'll be nice and at least do him a flat 300. Okay. That's fine, I guess. 310. $320? There we go. At least we've got some things. I'm trying to stack up boxes, as I have extra, just so I have extra to just bowl through pack openings and stuff. Just gotta keep it all stocked. Let's see. Let's quick fill this with some Destiny. See if there's something else I can put in here. There's probably a couple things. Quick fill this with the base cards. Quick fill this with more base cards. Okay. All the boxes are gone, so I can run in with the scanner again. Do another pass on it all. Because people were buying up stuff. A lot. Yeah, 2 cases of those. It's not often I go through 2 cases at once on those. Definitely grab some stuff. More of those. More of those. More of those. Okay. There we go. That's the number I'm looking for on these. This 20 means I'll be able to put a full case in, no problem. They'll be fine with extra in the shelf. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, at least they're just checking out there. Ooh, 3,377. I will take it. 208.73. Also nice. I guess we're putting those in. I don't really care, I'm just grabbing what I can. Just to keep it rolling. So I'll clean out that box. And toss in a few extra of those. And scanner. Go ahead and check out those. Let that do its thing. Whether or not the people are there helping. But that's completed. 178. 118. 350, 550, 376, 498, 493, 378. Love to see a good pack like that in the mix. 78, 143. 117. I'll take it. Off you go. I'm gonna get a second one of these one of these days. Straight up open all the cards all the time. That guy seems done. Not even looking, not caring, just grabbing box. There we go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start the next day. I knew it was like a little tight on revenue. Let's quick fill you with Destiny. Let's see. I'll be right back in just a second. I gotta go get my compression gloves for a little bit. It's starting to give me a little bit of trouble with my hand, but I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I mostly had to run and grab them from the living room because, like, they're normally in the living room when I'm playing games offline that I know I need them on. Kind of like, you know, Horizon and a few others like that. And the one attempt I had at Hollow Knight. I never actually fully beat Hollow Knight, but I got really far in it, so I'm happy enough I got as far as I did. Because, like, some of the platforming got to the point where it's just like, yeah, no, I need to set this down for now. But at least I'll have this on for a little bit. So I always have to balance, you know, am I wearing it too much or, you know, not enough on some stuff. Because sometimes, like, it'll actually, like, strain things a little more if I'm not careful. But oftentimes it really helps on things. I see they're buying the card packs now. A lot more again. Like, I'm using those. They're testing me on this. $2,900 for like $4,000 card. I wonder if they'll do a flat 2,000. If I can save for it. That's one I don't currently have. You know? I'll... Let's try 2,000. Okay, that's way too low for him. About 2,100. Okay. Can't do that. 2,200. Can't do that. 2,300. Ah, I kept going incremental a little too much with that guy. I was pushing it, but it's just like, I would have loved to have got that card cheaper. But he really wasn't budging on it much. Even though it was a good deal. Like, I do understand it was a good deal, but I was poking. They really didn't need to be spending the money on it. Okay, we got that. Got Destiny. Go in the box. Yeah, I still don't know why it kept disconnecting my controller, even though it's like plugged in. But at least I can kind of wing it some days. Like, as long as I don't make a big habit of it. Like, sometimes I can get away with using mouse and keyboard if I'm careful. Oh yeah, grab the scanner again. Sold a couple of those guys. Yeah, I gotta take it off on this side, but the left side's mainly where I needed it anyway. Those little gloves are nice sometimes. There's like a couple cute pairs that I'm really wanting to get from a friend who actually, I say friend, like, they're more of an acquaintance, but they're like really cool people who makes like compression gear and all kinds of cool stuff for disabled people because they're also disabled. But yeah, like they're on, is the BB Pins chick. She does a lot of really cool stuff, and I've been wanting to get, like, the little cane and, like, all kinds of stuff that she does. Because there's a cute bat print cane that is carbon fiber, and I really, really like the design of it. But I haven't, you know, decided to replace my little flower cane that I really like. Because my flower cane, like, it breaks off into, like, several different pieces really well. And it can actually fit in one of my purses. So that's why I like my little cane. I think I did. But she does a lot of really, really, really cool stuff. And the cool thing is the chick, she started streaming too. And she's actually doing really well on Twitch now. So it's kind of awesome to see. Because like I followed her work for a very long time. And, you know, like I've talked to her a couple times. But she's really good people. There's one extra on those, but they'll be fine. They'll survive. I remember right. I actually like recently heard she got accepted into one of like the guilds on Twitch too. So like I'm really happy for her. Like I always love hearing when people like are making really good progress and a lot of good wins and stuff. Let's see. Let's see if any other ones of these need to be done. Yeah, that one needs an extra case. Same there. Yeah, good enough. That'd actually be really cool. Cause like, honestly, like if you ever need any help on that, you know, you've got me, Basque, like all my people and stuff like that, you know. Like if you need help with anything like that, on some of like the finer details of some little stuff here and there, I don't mind helping. Definitely borrowing from like all of the knowledge that like me and some of my people have shared. Okay, let's see. Because there's a lot of interesting quirks to the site. Or like whatever site you go to on it. And there's some things like you only kind of figure out by just doing it yourself, and you figure out, okay, there's like a lot of different strategies for like different sides of things. So it's like, what works for me? Because like what works for one person does not work for everybody. But like you kind of get the hang of it. And you decide, okay, well, this way makes me happier. Even if it may not be considered like the most optimized route about things, you know. Because like you'll see some people, they, you know, prefer to be like on that cutting edge of like the latest trends. Some people are not a runner on trends at all, and they're just like, you know what, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy, do my little thingy thing. And they just game their favorite games. Some people like, you know, try to speculate like all kinds of next, you know, the next thing that comes out. Some people like, you know, writing scripts, have all the lore, like digging deep into the lore of their favorite things. Like, pretty much. You just kind of figure out, okay, this is what brings me happiness, so I can bring other people happiness. Oh, I got a new card. Apparently mine is just, I like my little shops. I like my little virtual shops and doing my little thing. So I play a lot of little virtual shop games. All my little stuff like that. That sticker shop one was great. That I played a while back. And the thing is, I haven't streamed that one on Twitch itself, but like if I actually, like if there's like more DLC or like another pack or something like that, or even if I got bored and was just wanting to finish up some of like the little achievements on it someday, on the Twitch side, that sticker game actually has a thing to where I can connect it to the Twitch chat, and people in my chat can do little orders for the little sticker shop and everything like that, and give me more work to do. And help me like level up the little like things. But I would have to like actually look at the back end on how to like set that up, but it was a cute little like feature that they had with the game. It was Sticky Business was the name of it. And if I remember right, they were working on this vending machine game. I think they were who was working on a vending machine game. Someone, I've played several games that they had there was one working on a vending machine game. I'll have to look into that. Can't remember the name of it, but I really like the idea of playing a little vending machine game. There's actually another speaking of vending machine, there's another vending machine game that I have in my library that I've just been playing this game so much that you know, I haven't really got around to some of the other things that I should probably get to. It's to the point that I'm actually debating streaming another day of the week so I can have my little store games as its own thing, so I can still get to some of the other cozy games that I want to play, or like have 2 days for like my shop slash cozy games. So maybe I can actually get through some of these, because I've got a list. And I know some are gonna be just as time consuming as this one has been for me in all of the best ways. But, you know, like maybe I could get around to some more stuff, doing more things. But I really like the balance of this one. So it could be like, you know, rose-colored glasses on the, I just really like this one. Okay. Once I'm getting there. Definitely getting there. Okay. More of those there. Let's see. What else can we get? Oh, we need more of those. There we go. We need more of those. Okay. Yes, I over-ordered. Yeah, I over-ordered one of those by one. Those are selling faster than I can make them. Is that selling decently? Okay. Gotta love how quick that runs up. If I tried to go that way about it. At least there's one that was decently priced. I'm just trying to keep these all in stock. Still plenty of people playing. At least we can bundle a few of these. Okay, not enough to make a second bundle. We have another Destiny one. Yes, we do. But do we have two of them? Yes, we do, actually. Okay. Do we have a third one? We do. I might have to get a box. There we go. I'm just gonna grab a box. I'm just gonna toss the box. There we go. Okay, well at least she kind of took care of herself on that one. At least I've got a small handful of those now. Let's see. Since I did some more of those, bother to quick fill this real quick. There we go. Please. The base set stuff. There we go. Oh, look, poking buttons again. I'm gonna laugh if I ordered that and I forgot to like do the bills or some shit. Okay, well, at least I paid the bills, so got that going for me. Thought I forgot to pay the bills for a minute there. Okay, come on. Open the door. Grading. One day for those, so that'll be neat. Okay, so that's about done. I really like having the stacked with like the smallest one and like the biggest one. when it comes to time and processing. 'Cause sometimes I only just need to like toss in a handful and like leave it good at that. But then sometimes I need the whole thing. New card. $15 card. So now most of the new ones I'm getting, they're like cheap cards. Okay. 27 of those. To the box. I like how I can vaguely get this right from this one tiny spot. It's like I don't want to move. I was scared I was gonna mess something up there, but it didn't break anything yet. Any more than it's already broken today. At least it turns out, like, you know, the game's still running smoothly. It's just the hiccups where I thought, like, the game was about to crash. It just kept disconnecting my controller. For whatever reason. I don't know why it would have disconnected my controller, because I've got the controller plugged in. But sometimes I run into weird quirks with games that don't like me doing kind of like a mixed controller keyboard setup. So I know I'm an outlier by far on some of that stuff. I like my little shop. It's kind of a nice little shop. I think I can go ahead and order some more of those big ones. Yep, I'm out there. And out on the table. I should probably go ahead and get those before I do anything else. I guess I can still pay that part easier. Just need to remember to pay the rest before the end of the day. Another one bought one right when I was just done with some of that. Found my luck. I was like, I just bought more of those. It's like, it's great, yeah, but come on, man. At least I've got the spare ones. It'll be fine. The only problem with the compression gloves is I start having sensory issues with them, so I have to like have it on sometimes and then like take it off and then like put it back on after a bit. But it's just because the seams like really dig into my hands sometimes and like it leaves lines and all and gets itchy. And it comes a point in time it's like I'd rather deal with the pain like temporarily until I can like put it back on. But at least the game's fun and worth it. Okay, got some interesting cards here. 81. 180. 250. 197. 440. Decent little mix. These have got plenty of cards to throw at the machine. There we go. That one's done too. Okay, so we got another one of these. That one's not bad either. Okay, let's see. Might as well grab the scanner first before I do that. Do I have extra I can mix? Yep, I got some more I can bundle. Let's get a few of these out there. Not enough cards to make it. Not enough cards to make it. Okay, so I'll just grab it by hand. Come on. There we go. Let's see. That's all good at least. Quick fill you real quick. Quick fill you as well. Quick fill, but switch it to the base set. And quick fill with the base set. There we go. Now let's grab the scanner, because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. Another 3 sold. Like, those are nice. Let's see. I would have one left over. I'll wait on it. Those seem to need it. Hi, Pyro. Nice to see you. See. Okay. Should be good for that side. Of course those sell out. It's hard to stay on top of those. Still 34 of those. Not quite enough to really roll with it. Those are selling. Might as well grab 2 extra boxes of that. I'm just gonna grab a little extra some of these, because I know I've got room for it. Just to keep them from running out for a little bit. It's literally so much easier because like there's big crowds and stuff, so I've learned just crouch close to it and get the stuff scanned. It's basically become a thing. I crouch everywhere I go around my little shop because I am too tall. My character is too tall because I can see over people's heads, and it's weird for me because I am a very short person. Pretty much. It's like I can scan the top from the bottom, but it's hard to scan the bottom from the top. So it's like I try to do the thing. I'm overstocking all of like my main cards right here. I know I'm going a little overboard and I could be like leaning towards like the bonus stuff, but I need to be opening more cards so I can get more of the nice cards so I can do more of the things and unlock more of the things. It's a circle. It's a big circle, but I'm doing the thing. Which I'm hoping I'm not... Okay, yeah, there's still people around. There's still people doing the thing. Okay, cool. See, it's a small crowd. It's a small crowd. It's easier to just crouch and just do my thing real quick. Something like that. There's probably stuff selling out that I'm not able to look at right here. But I'm waiting. See, there's so many missing on like those expensive ones on that shelf because like those are selling. This is like the same location. I expanded out shop lot B, which I expanded shop lot A a lot. But I got new carpet and new ceilings because you can decorate it. It's just I wasn't decorating it for the longest time. But I'm like day 427, so I figured, you know, around the 1 year mark, it's like, I need to get better walls. I've been staring at the same, like, base shop this entire time. So now I've got all the playing stuff, all the normal spending stuff there, and all of the single card stuff over here. So they can go through the aisles of all the things. On a lot of this. But this is what I'm going for. Just opening lots of cards. Maybe more valuable cards than that, but you know, it's worth a shot. Never know what's in these boxes. Just grab. I'm getting to the point where I just want to be able to just grab something random off the shelf, not even look at what type it is, just throw the box in and click go. Knowing I'll be able to buy more at some point in time. But I'm getting to the point I'm literally having to give cards away because I can't possibly sell them fast enough. So everything under $1.50, I am literally just like, it's shoved in a box, take what you can. I keep opening too many cards. I've seen some card shops do that with like energies because like no one wants the energies. It's like, I swear, even if you play the game like more competitively and you're buying some cards, like you still get to the point where you don't need any more energies. Because it becomes like a whole thing. Okay, I'm looking for a specific thing. These guys. Yep. Because I think I'm out. Yep, I'm out, and I don't need anybody pissed off at me. I have two. See, look, I'm not sold out. I have the boxes. I just gotta shove them in the spot. Or something like that. So many boxes. Okay, I do have a spot for this one. And yes, I have one of the most expensive items, just single items, on top of the plushie rack. It looked cool there. So I'm going with it. These guys. Yep, just need more of those. Will they do $350 for it by any chance? Okay, that's fine. $390. Okay, fine. We're at the 400 range. A flat 400? Good enough. One that I didn't have. So I was like, I can spare 400 on that, I think. Did I actually pay my bills for the day? Okay, I did. We're good. We're good. Yep, buy your thing. But they definitely keep updating the game. When they introduce these black shelves, this is like, oh, I'm about to go full menace on the shop. There's always someone stuck in the walls. Okay. Get out of my walls. Okay, who do we have over here? Where are you stuck? Come on. Get out. There we go. I have to release the people sometimes. I don't know how they get in the walls. Customers are showing up everywhere, even the walls. 82,001. What do you mean I have $20,000 worth of cards in 4 pages? 2,100. Okay. 241. 75. 76. 1,900. 1,700. 2,025. 1,500. 1,800. 1,400. 75. Did I even get doubles of, like, a big one, or is it just singles? I shouldn't think too much on it. 173. 437. I will take getting literally that many nice cards out of that mix. I think that might push me forward a little bit. I think that might possibly push me forward a little bit. Also, what do you have for me? 192. That's okay. I'm good with that as well. Let's go ahead and get that one popped off. Like, I bought all these extra cards. I'm already burning through them. Do you know what? It's fine. I'm getting what I need out of it. I'm hoping some of those will be duplicates so I can just have a better time of things. It's like, that was perfect timing that it came right before, I've got 2 sets of graded cards coming in. Not enough base set to make a bundle. Probably gonna have enough to make a couple Destiny ones. Maybe. Okay. Gonna have to do 2 of them. Yeah, I've got none of those. Haven't had them in a bit. But I'm still gonna leave that on there, even if they do get a little upset about me not having one specific thing. It'll be fine. They'll survive. Oh wait, no, that was today. So it's perfect that it came in the day that I got the carbs. Okay, cool. Ooh. I like this. Let's get some cards in. And rolling on this. Got $9,000 card. You know, just casually in the corner right by the door. 2,800. You know what? Before I put the rest of those out, let's go ahead and get the next submission going. F to sort, ghost cards. Yes, yes. Couple of those. Sell you off. This one of those. Definitely got a couple of these rolling. I was worried I was gonna have enough cards for this. Clearly, I was overthinking it. I love how these cards are just a good solid. You're gonna get a couple thousand off of it. Like, it's like bread and butter tier. You know, they're good to trade in. Oh, I've got 3 of these and they're worth 2,001. 3 of these worth that. Okay, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Let's see what that gives me. That's definitely some forward stuff on that. No spare one that's, you know, 1,400. I will take it. So this might be worth a little bit. That'll be nice. Both of those in 12 days. Okay. That's not gonna hit till after I'm back to streaming after my vacation. Okay. More bonus cards. Okay, 117. More future cannon fodder. I really need to open more of the normal ones, it seems. To keep opening all the Destiny stuff. But it's also really nice stuff. Yeah, work will make it work sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've definitely got other, like, work to do on the back end of things, like, after I'm done with this stream, and, like, the next couple ones, setting everything up for the week I'm gonna be on vacation. Even though, technically, I'm not leaving my city, I'm just dragging a friend up to enjoy my city. But vacation is vacation, whether it's near or far. Besides, like, there's so many places I've not even seen in my own city, so it's kind of fun dragging someone else. I'm playing tourist in my own city. Again. But it'll be fun because I'll have Mask up, from where he's from, and then, like, Friday that week, I'll be meeting up, with 2 other people that I've met online more recently through a friend, and they seem really freaking cool, and I found out they're from the same area, so I'm just like, hey, more nerdy friends, let's hang out. So we'll be hanging out at my favorite restaurant in the area. So it'll be kind of nice. Oh, I am absolutely dragging at least one of them to my favorite tea shop. Again. Because I still need to ask them what's the process on, like, me possibly selling, like, the little wax seals I do. Because, like, they're a lot of fun. And I actually saw some, like, wax seals that they had at that one little tea shop that were just, like, the little sticker-backed ones, but they were, like, the same color, really tiny, kind of boring. And it was a really whimsical shop, so I was just like, you know what? I make whimsical, like, wax seals that I make into stickers. Because, like, I get the little sticky backs that I put on them, and it's a double-sided thing to where, like, you can peel it off and stick it whenever you want to whatever you want to, and it's really fun. Yes, I actually have, like, a handful, like, right here. Let's see. You probably can't see the details super well in a lot of them, but I make lots of little cute ones. But basically, you know, melt the wax, pour the wax. That's my favorite wax seals, like the lady by, like, the water. But there's just, like, a lot of little cool ones. And I really like this cat one. And everything. You probably can't see the details super well in them, and none of these have their sticker back on it. So you can kind of see, like, the cool little, weird little patterns on it. Because some of them you can tell I absolutely missed the color and everything. But another cool thing that I do is I take the little tiny scraps and I use them confetti style on them after on a lot of the stuff. So I reuse, like, all the little tiny bits, so none of it goes to waste. Mostly because sometimes it can get a little expensive, like, all things considered, as far as making tiny things and stuff. But it's just a ton of fun. And honestly, like, and the cool part about it is when I melt the wax, I literally just have a metal spoon with a wooden handle, and it's sitting on, like, this little tiny frame over a candle. So I'm literally going old school style, melting, like, these little wax chunks over a candle, and then I pour it and stamp it. But it's one of those things, like, it just makes you kind of stop and sit for a minute, and it's honestly really nice. Because you can't, there's no speed running getting wax to melt. You have to sit there and everything with it. And as much as, like, life has you, like, rushing around all the time, it's just really nice to, like, have something to where it's just like, no, you gotta sit. If you want the nice shiny thing, you gotta sit. Like as if you know you're a kid again and you know you gotta wait for your snack or some shit. It's really nice. It's definitely a exercise in patience on some stuff, but as much as just everything rushes around, it's really nice. But then again, I get the same way about my beadwork. It's a lot of fun, just sitting back. And like a lot of times the pattern's really easy to count, so you're just, you know, you kind of get into like this little flow state about it, so you're just zipping the next thing. Like the wax stamps and stuff. Oh, one thing to watch out for, like with the stamps, while the tiny ones are usable, you find a lot of cheap ones. Like these aren't the good ones. A lot of the better ones you'll find, like, they actually have, like, a bit of metal to them, but I just find them online. But these are the little stamp pads. They all seem to be pretty universal size on, like, you know, you just screw them onto the handle and good to go kind of thing. But, as far as the fancy ones, I actually follow a lot of Korean creators, and I buy where they buy it. Even though, like, some of them, they're kind of hard to get a hold of, if you're in the US. Because, like, there's just not as much of a market for, like, the good ones and everything like that. Because, yeah, there's some in the US, but I've noticed there's, like, a lot of mold issues and stuff like that. And, like, they don't have the lines just right to do, like, very intricate work and stuff. A lot of the Korean ones are really, really, like, some of mine are laser engraved and everything like that. But, a lot of the older style ones, you end up with engraving lines on them, and I really don't like that as much. Because it transfers to the wax. Because it's getting every detail up in there with all the colors and stuff. But, yeah, I was sick one time and I got hooked on Korean wax melt videos to make, like, the little seals and stuff. And I was just like, you know what? Decided one day, I was like, I'm just gonna buy a set. I'm just gonna buy a set and try it myself. Like, I spend so much time watching other people make something. I feel like I've watched enough of them that I could make it myself, and I did. Basically. Like, I actually didn't have too many fail because I literally was watching so many other people do it. Though I will say, the ones that can sit there and take the little X-Acto knife and do all the crazy colors with it, getting the layering, that stuff is magical. That stuff is hard. But it's really cool. I am not that talented yet. Like, a lot of people say, like, I'm really good at being, like, really talented with a lot of different things. There's entire skill sets I'm not good at, and I won't lie on that. But my hands shake too much. Yeah, that's what stopped me from that. But I did get into leather crafting, but the only reason I got into leather crafting was, one, the place used furniture over stock leather, so they were basically, like, essentially recycling leftover bits from, like, the furniture industry on, like, a lot of the leather working stuff. And also, I had to go basically apprenticeship style working there a couple years and stuff, because, like, I made leather stuff, like, 3.5 years of my life. And I actually still have an entire box full of scraps from that. But yeah, I've done a lot of cool stuff with crafting. Pretty much. If I can get a hold of it and I can learn it, I'm gonna try it. Because I just like making things. I just get into stuff. Like, that's my thing, is I want to know how something works, and all of the crafts I have gotten into, I have promptly abandoned the second that I felt like I was truly competent at it. Because it's just, I like figuring things out for the sake of figuring things out. So that's how you end up with me with, you know, little tiny melty bead perlers. It's how you end up with, you know, me making that. It's how you end up with this. Because the main thing I've done is beadwork. Ever since I was little, I made this, which has got a lot of dust on it. But no, like I have this full, let me toss it on, it's heavy, beaded hood. This was my first hood, and the thing about this is I got all these little plastic beads and stuff for all of this. But the catch is, these are colored, the clear ones, they're color change beads. And they also glow in the dark, different colors. So I literally had to go out into the sun, sort the clear beads into like the different colors so I could use them on this. And I joke about it because it kind of works, but I got mine mixed up. So there's blue glow-in-the-dark beads because I just bought another set of like clear glow-in-the-dark beads to just finish up the rest of it. Turns out they glowed blue instead of glowing green, but it looks really cool because it's mostly in the front fringe where it glows blue. But this was my first attempt at a hood. So I was like, you know what, it's 2 panels, I can do panels, I've done panels a lot. You know, all my life. I actually had to go to bigger beads because I used to do tiny beadwork. Yeah. Honestly, I was doing most of it this and in this, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna have to switch to a different color. So I thought this kind of matched like my old school like Invader Zim shit. Cause like those jackets always had like pink and green and like a ridiculous bright color. So that's how I ended up with the other color pattern being this. So I wouldn't have to buy more beads just to get them blue and purple. But I started at blue and purple and then was winging it beyond that point. But yeah, I actually, what I went to school for was beadwork and jewelry design. It's very obvious I don't still do beadwork and jewelry design, even though I have won a small award in the past for a bracelet design because I did this freeform peyote stitch. That was a whole thing. Funny thing is the bracelet that I submitted, that I got like 3rd place or something on like this big like, well it's kind of a small but big-ish like national competition. There's so many national competitions, but it was actually supposed to be a necklace to start with, and then I got lazy and then found a really cute charm because there's this whole bracelet where it's like this color combo that people swore wouldn't work, and it's like, not only is it going to work, I promise you, because there's pinks, greens, blues, golds, like brasses and stuff, but it looks like this, you know, old school like party garden kind of thing, and it was really cool. But it was because people told me with freeform peyote stitch, you can't use beads of this size and this other size in the same thing. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna mix these tiny beads with these really big beads that people say don't work on this stitch. At least at the time they said it didn't work, because that one would have been probably 2013, 2014-ish on some of my old stuff, because I have not made proper jewelry in quite a few years because hand issues, and I have specialized needles that I used for that, because I also did micro seed beading. I don't have any examples left of the micro seed beading, but I do have some of the beads left, but they're just in my storage room. But they are like half the size of a normal seed bead, and you know how like tiny seed beads already are. But I can't do that anymore because my hands don't cooperate. So I went big, and I used the big. This was actually my last project. And I may do some more like large bead stuff because like the stretch cord and things. But I was like, okay, if I'm having trouble with these tiny beads and I can't do that anymore, let's go big. So I went big, and it's like, if I go big, what can I make? So I'm always wearing jackets all the time. I'll just make a hood. Okay. Maybe someday, like, I'll make, like, a little cape or something to go with, like, my space hood or some shit so I can, like, extend it down further. But this thing is so heavy, but it's amazing. I've always wanted to make a dress out of beads too, so like there's a chance that I might get bored and bite off more than I can chew on like a really big project again. But honestly, it's kind of great. I've had people like ask to buy this from me. Like this one guy I had talked to on Instagram wanted to spend like $2,000 or $3,000 buying this off of me because he had never seen a beaded hood before. And the dude was like super into rays and shit. But I ended up not selling it because like originally he was offering a smaller price, but like he went up to several $1,000s wanting this hood particularly. But I didn't sell it because I really like this thing. But when do you find a space hood? Made completely out of beads. But I love that thing. That thing is awesome. And I kind of like rambling on and on, but literally I have tiny things and trinkets and just all kinds of stuff that I make all the time. The tiny paper stars, definitely too. I'm just always making something, always fidgeting with something. And this is why I go way too far on video games sometimes with my base building, I think. Because it's just, I need to be making something. Like, I exist to just create so much random shit when I can. But I will say, one of my favorite, I have a small working knowledge of knitting and crochet, but I only got into that like a couple years ago, so I learned the basics, and it quickly became too much for my hands. But I do have small bits of working knowledge that if I ever needed to make a hat to exist, because I'm cold as shit and all I have is yarn, I could do that. May not be the prettiest hat, but I know how to make one, you know? But I just like making things. I really just like making things. One of my favorite ideas that I have not actually made, I wanted to get a gumball machine and get a Deadpool and the unicorn figure, put it inside the vending machine, fill it with some of the paper stars and stuff too, and then bedazzle the whole damn thing. I also, if I ever get access to a 3D printer, I'm going to make like the head and the arms of a xenomorph, and I kind of want to cover it with mirror tiles and like bedazzle it. Like I would literally have like a hot pink fucking xenomorph coming out of the wall that's shiny just because I can. And I'm not telling you my main idea that I'm wanting to do with purlers. I have a really fun idea involving making a large enough QR code with purlers to cause fun chaos, because my partner showed me an app that shows how big I would have to make a QR code for it to be scannable from a certain angle, because I want to put a fucking QR code for chaos. Okay, well, I've said enough of it. I want to make, one of these days I'm gonna make a QR code to Rickroll people from my streams. That would be the greatest thing ever. And the odds of people finding like this one tiny little segment in this one tiny stream of my crazy idea. I kind of want to make a purler of a QR code to Rickroll people on my streams, because I think that would be funny. Just a little bit. I would be an absolute menace with a 3D printer, too. Maybe. It'll depend on how big I need to make it. But I want to play with, can I make a working QR code purler? And I know the perfect video that I want to link to. It would be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful chaos. I am absolutely a chaos gremlin, but I try to keep it wholesome. Like, that is my rule for myself, is I try to keep it more wholesome, if I can. If I'm going to do the chaos, if the impulsive thoughts are going to win, I at least want it to be chaotic neutral, or chaotic good. Oh, okay, couple little bits there. Exactly. Cozy chaos. And I'm gonna giggle the whole damn way. It's like sitting there, you know, if I actually did the QR code thing to that certain video, I'd just be sitting there, you know, enjoying a game. Next thing I know in my chat, someone goes, damn it, you got me. That'd be the funniest thing. It would be the funniest thing. Because, like, no one's getting hurt. It's just me being silly. You know? Because it'd either be, like, a Rickroll, or it'd be, like, a link to the YouTube video for the Crab Rave song, or, like, the Badger song, or something. The Badger song was great. I have caused so much fun chaos with the Badger song, and Crab Rave. Cause like I actually have a Crab Rave figure because in honor of an April Fool's joke that I made, where I told several people very close to me that I made them a very special playlist and they are going to think of me every time they hear it. And it was nothing but 10 hours of Crab Rave. One person took it so seriously that it kept going several days and they're like, no, I want to wait till I have a good time to listen to it. I want to have a good time to listen to it. Since you've spent all of this effort on it. And I'm just like, this guy doesn't realize this was April Fool's. This was an April Fool's joke. And then it gets like, you know, almost a week later and he hasn't realized it's an April Fool's joke. He hasn't taken the time to sit there and listen to this. So I had to tell him, I'm like, please, for the love of God, look at what the playlist is. And everything like that. And he eventually looked at it and everything, and I think he's the one person that still like has that playlist to this day. It was just nothing but 10 hours of Crab Rave. The whole time, it's just 10 hours of Crab Rave. Probably. But it's still like, between that and the time I hid like 300 tiny dinosaurs that glowed in the dark in a friend's house. The friend, they really loved dinosaurs. So I was like, okay, you like dinosaurs? Here's a lot of dinosaurs. You sure you still like dinosaurs? You have all the dinosaurs now. You own all of them. And I numbered them and skipped a few numbers on purpose, but I left like a note to myself which ones were skipped in case it became needed. As far as the list goes. Because, like, I didn't know if that part would go over badly. But I figured it would be a while before that would be a problem. So I made sure to, like, make a list of it. Because I am here to cause chaos, not pain. Should probably I'm out of those. Okay, let's get that scanner rolling. I should probably check that out, because I forgot to click checkout on that. I got to yapping and completely forgot everything. See, I knew I had less money than I thought. Let's see. So I was like, I have almost enough to get an upgrade. I'm clearly missing something. But it's been a while since I've gotten a yap about making lots of little things, so I'm happy today. Please tell me I have enough of those extra ones. Okay, yeah. Oh, got running into things. There we go. I'm always happy to yap if I have a reason to. And, like, I know I haven't been making stuff as much as I used to, but I've got just drawers upon drawers of I've made something and I have it saved in a Ziploc bag or an airtight container or something to vaguely preserve it. But I have fun making lots of things. Like, I even have an old arrowhead I made when I was younger, too. Like, I've got all kinds of stuff. Okay, let's see. They want way more than it's worth. Not really something I'm looking for. Plenty of stuff and things, at least, for that. Alright, so we have 4 of those, so this can definitely go sit up here in the corner. I wonder, can I actually? Now I have to make a bundle. Enough to make a bundle. Okay. At least I have a handful there. Straight up kicked one of the other boxes. I'm wondering, do I need to like try to make sure I get extra stuff stocked, or if I should go ahead and push forward and grab the next upgrade when I hit 15 on that? Because that should give me another one of the figures. Because, yeah, let's see. Yeah, 15, 15, 15, and then 20. It's always nice to have you hanging out. And at least another cool thing is after this vacation, I'm going to have my new computer, hopefully. Because my partner did say he was going to like help me get some of the last pieces I need for it. So it should be interesting seeing what I get into after the break. Because I'll have something bigger than my laptop to go on. So it'll be really interesting. And I realize I'm gonna have to change like where my camera is, because I'm not gonna have my laptop to just set it on top of my laptop. That'll be interesting. I'll figure it out. There's lots of good changes coming. Lots and lots of good changes coming. Making really big moves for some stuff. Hi, Goopsie. Nice to see you. I've got some fun stories to tell you in time at some point. Because there's been a lot moving in interesting ways around me. So that'd be fun to catch up on some stuff. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Nope, not trading that. I should probably at least scan what I need next. Because some of these are selling pretty quick. I'll actually go ahead and buy those before I dig too deep in some of the rest of this. There we go. That's good enough. Let's see. I mean, that'll work at least. Give them a few more to work with. Let's see. Lots of things. There we go. One extra won't be too bad. They'll sell quick enough. There we go, can finally get that. Grab one of those. Maybe, yep, there we go. Yeah, these are all good. Still buy an extra anyway. Let's see. Gonna hold on to that for now. See if we can actually get, you know, an upgrade instead of just restocking. I think I'm gonna get like the normal cards for the next one, as much as I was pushing these. Okay. 551, 125, 365, 75, 79, 78, 200, 1,909. I was waiting to see where that was going to fall and hoped it was a single one, and it was. Let's go ahead and get that one in a quick one. A little bit of that though. Just in case, it might be a good one. And this one makes good filler, regardless of things. Okay. probably just gonna play another day or two on this. We'll see how it goes. They're still playing their card game. At least it gives me some more time for these to kind of run through. Quick fill you with Destiny stuff. See what we got in this chunk of things. Definitely a good little bit there. Fill you and make it base set stuff. There we go. Okay, that's the main thing he got. Okay, they're all done. Off to the next day. It's interesting how it tries to balance out sometimes. Let's see, when's the next thing? 3 days for that. 11 days for the other one. Yeah, some of these I've got like almost like 300 copies of the card I'm trying to give away. I literally can't give them away fast enough with some of these. Might have a donation box that's just, you know, one's the, you know, thing, one's the normal. See if that helps on some stuff. I should probably just pay the bills and check out that normally before that becomes a problem. Because like, I'll have stuff to push it forward with some of the duplicates I was getting. 172, 300, 300, 300, 200, 200, 200, 300. Good little chunk there. And again, I'm bad about these. More of the bundles, at least. I said I have to make another bundle of those. Okay. Let's just try them out ourselves. Finally have one on the base set one. They can be happy there. There we go. Kind of like keeping this topped off. Might actually get a second one. I think it might be cool to have a second one. Have one for the Destiny, one for the normal ones, maybe. Depending on how much it costs. It's like 1,200. It's not the worst thing in the world. It makes people happy. I'll have it, and I'll actually have it, you know, set up between the two. There we go. Quick fill you with the base set stuff. Let's see if that's got some in. Okay, 138 there. Let's quick fill, remove all. And quick fill this, put this back correct with just the Destiny ones. Yeah, like 6,000 or so. And this one is just the normal one. There we go. Now I can see which one's the preferred one. And I love how it goes all the way back to the middle. Because they are turned different ways. So that's kind of oddly satisfying. But I love it how you can see like how many stacks, lets you know how much is in there. It's interesting how easy it is to get the Destiny ones up a lot more. But I literally wasn't able to give the cards away fast enough on the lower end. There we go. Still plenty for them to sell. Okay, let's see what we got here. 1,300. Got a little new guy there. And 132. Not bad. There we go. Let's see. What else am I getting into? Ooh. 100 on all those. 200 on that one. 182. 347. And 183. Okay. That's a good one. Because you know I got some of that good one in there. Since it's been a minute since I put some of these in. I feel like I'm making a soup. Like a card soup or something, I don't know. And there's only 6 left in that. Might as well grab it. A little bit of everything. That'll do it. Okay. So, we got any more we can bundle? Yes, we do. I might need to move up some of what I'm bundling, but I think it's okay at the moment. Not enough cards make it? That's fine. I will take what I can get. That's a decent price. Let's try 900 though. Okay. So we're spending over 1,000 clearly. Not 10,000. 1,000 work. Might need to shift this up to $2 and shift the other one up a little bit too. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how it's going with everything. Switch this to Destiny. Quick fill that. There we go. Maybe if I just keep up with the pace I'm going, it'll work out alright. Off to the scanner again. Okay, those are actually good. Going ahead and ordering another case of those just because I know it's going to be a whole thing. Let's see. we're good on all that. Huh, those sold quick. I sold out of those. Yeah, let's go ahead and click that checkout button real quick before I get back to scanning. See, I knew that one was going to be good for some of that. Let's see. That works. I might do one more day. I don't know. It'll depend. 920. I'll just put these in here. Probably good enough. Yeah, my workers aren't around because like it's already like time to leave for the day. Hey, at least they're putting out some of the cards that are worth a little more on that. So I wish I could grab a handful like myself from like just the stuff that I've got stored in here. Like if there's a way I could just, you know, take from that easy. Just like pull like, yeah. See, that's interesting because I can do worker can sell and worker can not sell on some of them. Like if I'm trying to like build up like a chunk of them or something. That's neat because I can just use it as like card storage for myself or something. But it'd be neat if there's like a quick way I could just like grab a handful of them so I can just like place them down quickly myself. Since I've already sorted stuff out that like I want to just be able to grab and go with it. Oh, what do you need? No? You buying anything? Or are you just leaving? Okay, you're shopping. What you grabbing? I'm just following this guy. I see that. He's mostly buying cleanser. Okay, so all the stuff's still here. At least, you know, if I do one more day, like that puts that within like the 10-day thing, and I often hit up like, you know, 10 days or something like that. Yeah, I'll do one more day. One more day will be good. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I'm missing. Yeah. And I have a guy in the shelf. Okay, let's just drop the box right here. Come on. Get out of there. Thank you. At least no one's stuck on the other side, though. I never finished putting the cards out. And he's giving me a... I'm glad I will happily trade a graded card for a non-graded card that's worth even more. I forgot to put the rest of my graded cards out. No wonder why I wasn't getting the money. See, this is why I'm... Look at this. All this money that I forgot to put down. All this money I forgot to put down. Mochi, stop scratching my door. I'll be done soon, I promise. One more day on the game. Yeah, this is all the extra money I was wondering what happened to. Because it was like weird, I'm close to like normal on days and stuff. No, it's just I forgot to sell my cards. I forgot to sell my cards. So yeah, I am finishing up this day. Because I forgot to sell my cards. This whole shop's about selling cards, and I forgot to sell my cards. Look at me, forgetting basic stuff that I'm supposed to do. Again. Because I get distracted and squirrel away at everything else. I have everyone else busy with the other cards, so they're not filling in the gaps so much. So I can actually put the cards down. Okay. More cards for my cards and my other cards. Ooh, new card. That one's worth a little something. What's it worth? 78. You'll go right on the table. 159, 92. Good enough for me. Quickly grabbing that real quick. Which I should have seen what that one was worth. 114. It'll be cool if they put in like a whole other tier of cards at some point in time. Yeah. Yeah, I've got 14,000 I'm sitting on right now. I think I'm gonna be able to get a upgrade today. Just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, with me having 22,000 right there, I'm going to go ahead and get the biggest of the figurines since, you know, got that going for me. I'm gonna find a handful of places to put it. Okay, let's see. Like the main place I was like originally gonna put it was, you know, it still fit in like the bottom one of like these, I think. And Mochi's meowing at me. Yeah, I make 309 every one of those I sell. But I'm gonna mark that one, and the biggest place I'm gonna be putting these is like right here. These shelves are good for that. I may actually put more of those water ones there, since they do sell really well. But, like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this one for, like, those side boxes or those figurines to have its own, like, shelf of it, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. At least I've got those, and, like, maybe I can have an extra spot just for them on the shelf over here. Much like I have for the other. There we go. And I'll take that as they need it on things. Speaking of these guys, I've got enough to bundle cards. Enough to bundle. I'm sorry if you hear like Mochi scratching at my door. I haven't been able to let him in my game room because Sauce keeps trying to get into my game room and she messes with my stuff. So I haven't been able to let any of the cats because if I let Mochi in, she gets mad at Mochi for being able to be let in. So I have to just like not let any of them in. But like it wouldn't be a problem if she didn't like, you know, mess with my stuff. But she doesn't seem to understand that. She thinks it's her stuff to mess with, I think. Mochi, you're going to hurt yourself if you keep going at the door like that. You're good. You know Sauce is gonna get mad at you. Tell it to the camera. You keep telling me that I keep leaving you out. I know. I know. But Sauce is gonna get mad at you. She always does. Because I let you in here again. But you were gonna hurt yourself if you kept going. Come on. One more day on the game. One more day. It's already like half over. But you need to be by me. I know, love. I know. I just don't want you getting hurt because the other cat. I know. Silly little guy. You okay, man? Making a sound there. So I guess I have Mochi. Hey, Mo. Gotta behave. If you're in here, you know you gotta be good. I know I still haven't got... I know I keep telling you I'm gonna get you a basket to put over my chair. Because he always wants to be on like the back of my chair, so I'm thinking of putting him a basket on the back of my chair at some point. Once we get done with all the shenanigans with Sauce in particular, because Sauce still has her kittens, we still need to get her spayed. The neighbors still need to get her. Lots of things. I'm sold out of those again. Oh shit. Going ahead and grabbing that. Getting back on the scanner with this. Those have decided they're not selling now. That's okay. One extra's fine. That's good enough to me. Yeah, it's so much easier to just... Hi, Mo. I know, I'll give you love when I'm done with my stream. You gotta be careful. I promise, I gotta get down with my game. You're good. You're gonna survive. I know, headbutt everything. I know, you're purring away. Silly kitty. He's just a silly kitty. There we go. Those are all good. I can get checking those out. At least I have room for like 16 of these. Holy crap. So these will be good. I make like 300 on each of them, but like they're 166 a piece to start with. Maybe I do need to have an extra shelf spot for those. Possibly. Those are all good. Use a restock. That could use a restock. Mochi, you good there? What you doing? You keep trying to lay down and you can't, huh? I bet that's what it is. What, Mom? What is it, Mom? I'm gonna like go ahead and leave those out of it at least. You know, I'll put that on that shelf. I'm gonna put spare ones of the water ones on the other shelf. Because I do have to deal with issues sometimes, like trying to keep those in stock. it'll be better for now to have a single shelf before I grab, like, you know, an extra one of those. Because, like, those do store really well on that. I guess instead of leaving spots for, like, 16 of the other ones, like, you know. Let's see if we can't just do a little something with that. Yeah, 10 and 2 in the storage. Puts me up a little bit more, but Mochi Chow, what you doing? At least those are all good. That needs help. Those sold. Holy crap. Okay, let's see. 74, 342. Here we go. 84, 88, 125, 70, 80, 107. And then you are 152, 95. New card. 3,963. Hi, Mom. What, Mom? Why are you sniffing me? I know. 227. 261. I know, Mom. Mochi sometimes tries to alert me when some of my stuff's like, health stuff's like flaring. So he's kind of not happy I'm still sitting here at my computer. That's actually part of it, I think. Because he normally gets on me when he knows I've been up at my computer a lot. Let's just let me get, you know, tiny details out on that. Okay, a little bit of everything in there. Almost. So there's still a good bit left on. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more day. One more day simply because I had slept up on that one thing. Yeah, that worked out a little better. No one is stuck in anything. This is mostly because I didn't want to leave myself a mess to come back to, mostly. There we go. There we go there. Of course we can bundle there. Couple bundles there. Okay, there we go. Nope, you keep doing your thing. I'm trying to talk to this guy. And you had nothing worth talking for. Okay, there we go. Mochi, chill out. No, you're not playing with my cards. I will be right back in just a second. We do not eat plastic. Sauce was waiting outside that door, and it was only because I was watching and I got her attention that she didn't try to like paw at Mochi. Poor little guy. Let's see. At least I'm not going to be behind on bills itself. Okay, so it'll be the next day and then 9 days on that. That'll be great for like setting things up for next stream. And next time I play this. I like the flow I have going now. Okay, that's good enough. Other than just grabbing a box and going. Not enough to make it, but these can go out. And this can go out. But yeah, those sell for like $150 a piece, so they're kind of nice. It's been a minute since I've quick filled these just to make sure. Let's see. Let's see. Just had to run check on something real quick. There we go. Let's see, what am I getting into? I know I kind of wanted to get that one bit with the scanner. I'll probably do that and then try to get the last bit for the rent part. I basically want to get a good chunk of the stock back stocked. So hopefully it'll carry through a little bit. Let's see. Pull one of those boxes down just so I can get that to pull through. I just heard the cats make a bunch of noise in there. I really hope they didn't just get into something. But I'll check on that once I get done here. This one was like 480 something. A little bit of something to throw in there. There we go. Not enough cards to make a bundle. There we go. There we go. It's kind of neat seeing what they're buying. I like how they just like kind of just toss it everywhere. So you can kind of see an eye on the, oh wait, they just grabbed a massive armful of something that's hard to stock. So it's like, let's just go ahead and get another case now. But it is kind of neat watching them just pile everything on the counter and all. Okay, so they're close to being done with some of these. There's a lot of these that are just single box, single item, so that was gonna take a minute from them walking all the way back through. Okay, let's not get stuck on chairs. There we go. What you need, my guy? Nope. Pay bills, pay all. That's all covered. Scanner to do scannery things. Yeah, we've only got one of those, one of those. So that means I can buy one more of these. I like how they sell for 500 now. It's kind of nice. Yep, let's just dig down. get those. Those are always much needed. There we go. One more of those. Those are expensive. I mean, let's remove that for the moment. That one more dollar hit. Now we scan this. Let that one sit on this side. Yeah, I'm actually on my last day on it, but I do know my buddy Mask is planning several streams today again before mine and his vacation. So at least we'll be able to catch his stuff later. Because he should be playing some more Cyberpunk as well as a indie game. Since he's always digging in some of the indie games and stuff too. So that should be a fun time, at least. I don't know if I'm gonna get enough to like restock everything that I need to restock on this one. But we'll see what we do with it. Honestly, yeah. He kind of has me wanting to play the game too. Like, maybe not on stream, because I only play, like, you know, things like the different games like 1 day a week. So it would take me forever to probably complete the game. So it may be one that I save for offline. But I think I have a copy of it somewhere. I'm not sure. I may have to look and see what I got. Because I think I have a copy of it somewhere. Ooh, 506. 180. 353, 209, 93, and 75. Let's just shove this one all on this side here. And I think I got enough for that. Yep, I did. Got that covered. So I feel so much better leaving that for myself. Because I didn't want to, like, you know, leave things a whole mess for myself when I'm coming back from vacation. So that's why leaving myself a nice surprise right here with this, with the last bit of the day stuff. Put half of that there. Half of that. There we go. A little bit more of the other ones in. Can we bundle it? Yep, we got some bundles. At least the bundles I can kind of sit back for. Not enough cards. Destiny. Got some more bundles there. Okay, that's all we're getting. Let's see. Okay. Let's top up these last ones and call the day. Because I definitely want to get done early enough that I can go watch my buddy's streams. It's like I don't know if he's getting set up for things yet or not. Because it'd be really fun to raid into him. But I'm not sure if he's like streaming yet. I mean, I didn't get a notification on it, so like he's probably not live just yet. I almost never get a raid into him because I'm always trying to like schedule my streams around when he's streaming. So I'm not always able to raid into my best friend. But I give Maskmare lots of shout outs. I never shut up about him, I think. Okay. Got the cards, got the things. No one else is doing anything. It's just 2 boxes. I can go put these down. I can afford to put these down. Yeah, that's easy. Get everything nice and tucked away. My last stream of this before the vacation, because I still have some Power Wash Sim tomorrow, and I've got, you know, my Dragon Quest monsters. We haven't figured out what we're doing for the weekend, but we'll take that as it comes. It'll be cool either way. Let's see. Good to go. And I'm on day 433. And before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and save the game and see what we can get into. It's kind of funny, I went from day 422 to day 433. It's kind of all matchy-matchy like that. Let's see, do we have anybody we can raid that I know? Who do I know that I'm following? You know what? Pyro was in here hanging out. Let's go take it to Pyro. He's playing Dark Souls. So you're gonna go from something super chill to Dark Souls 2. Because he's playing Dark Souls 2. But Pyro, he's an absolute sweetheart and likes to hang out a lot. So let's go bug him today. That sounds like a great idea. Let's go bug him.